I'm the river, I'm the rain, the lonesome whistle of a train. I'm the amber waves of grain. I'm the highway, I'm the farm, fertile fields and boulevards, the hand to rest over your heart. Oh, I'm the echo of the bell that's ringing. Oh, I'm the freedom in the song we're singing. I'm the seed that's in the dust. I'm the prayer in God we trust, a place to dream for all of us. I'm America. Dance, the open window to a chance, the place where courage takes a stand. All the colors that you see, the lights from 30,000 feet. Yeah, I'm the roar of victory. Oh, I'm the echo of the bell that's ringing. Oh, I'm the freedom in the song we're singing. I'm the seed that's in the dust. I'm the prayer in God we trust, a place to dream for all of us. I'm America. I'm America. I'm the fathers, I'm the sons, I'm the footprints in the mud. I'm a shelter washed in blood. Oh, 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 oh. I'm the seed that's in the dust. I'm the prayer in God we trust, a place to dream for all of us. I'm America. I'm America. I'm America. I'm America.
Welcome to HomeFont Sitrep. I hope you're in for a great show today, because I'm just a veteran talking about what's on my mind and maybe yours.
You can find HomeFront Sitrep on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. You can also check out HomeFront Sitrep's YouTube channel.
Buckle up, the show is starting.
You were rocking it, weren't you?
I was rocking it. Welcome everybody to a Homefront Sitrep Sunday edition. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. I know I did. It's beautiful weather here in Kentucky. Had some good things happen this weekend. We are officially going back to work tomorrow. So after 30 plus days of being on strike, we are going back to work, and my wife is super ecstatic, happy about that. And
You are
some
too.
other good things happened in the personal life. Went to the football game on Friday night. The boys are 3-0 at the present moment in time on the season. What's up, Mr. Stephen LaMonica? How are you, sir? That's Rich LaMonica's brother, with and also co-host of the Tuesday crew. Yeah, the Tuesday crew with the Misfit Nation show. So if you haven't checked out Rich and Jake and Steven with the Misfit Nation show, you need to go check them out. Make sure you give them a like and follow. Rich and the team they do outstanding work there with the Misfit Nation show. So go check them out. Miss Candice, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm coming down from a rough week, but
Yeah,
here.
a rough week, but a good week.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, like, it depends. Are we talking work or personal? Like, our health. Like, it just all
Both.
depends. No, like, health has been crazy this week. Like, really, really rough. And then work has been super crazy. And then Michael and I had a little thing we laid the bike down yesterday.
What?
But we were stopping, and like the road was all tore apart. We're both okay. He's hobbling around like.
Yeah, but you laid the bike down? That's not good. Y'all didn't tell me until just now. What the hell, bro?
His leg got stuck underneath of it, but
I'm mad. I'm mad at both of you.
Well, I mean, you didn't
Nope.
tell me you were going back to work until right before we went live. So,
Well, I didn't really talk to you, bro. I just found out.
I know because this weekend's been crazy. Like this weekend,
It has been crazy.
you and I
It
have
has been crazy.
everything. So, yeah, no, everything's good though. Like we're all good. I think he just tweaked his knee, like where his foot got stuck and it turned, was going down. But like I said, we were coming to a stop. Like we were stopped, and then all of a sudden, like the black top, and like his nephew is so mad because he's tried to tell Bullitt County to get out there and fix it, and it's just like it's crumbling. So
Stephen said, "No fighting, kids."
No, we're not fighting.
This is nothing. We ain't fighting.
I'll go stuff crap in his mouth.
First and foremost, I want to talk about what month we're in. It's the month of September. It's PTS and Suicide Awareness Month.
Yeah.
So check on your friends, check on your neighbors, check on your little ones. I know we stress it quite a bit here on Homefront Sitrep, but you definitely have to check on your friends, your neighbors, your little ones. I'm telling you right now, these middle schoolers and high schoolers, even the elementary level. My daughter, I'll be pretty blunt with you. My daughter in 5th grade almost killed herself in 5th grade. So you have to check on your little ones too, because man, this world it's definitely different than when I was young.
Yeah, it is. And I'm not going to go too personal, but here in the past couple of weeks, like one of the family members, 13, she tried.
Yeah.
These babies that don't understand life, but these other ones that are becoming so cruel, and like with our kids and our little ones, and it's like people are allowing these children to be so cruel to one another. And I don't know, like society's scary right now. It's scary for our kids, it's scary for us, it's scary for any of our family, our friends. And
it's it's definitely crazy. I never in a million years did I think as a parent that my kids would have suicidal thoughts.
Right.
And for my then 5th grader, or maybe even 4th grade, to say, "Mom, Dad, I need help," I'm thinking about committing suicide. I got a plan. Bro, you're talking about a fucking wake up, and to us, she was normal every day. And then it got to the point where, she was staying more up in her room and stuff like that. And, it was just like, what, when she came out and told us that she needed help, bro, that was a wake up. And we went through therapy, and we did the whole 72-hour hold. Then we started going through therapy. And even still now, with her being a junior in high school, we still worry about that.
You're always going to. But, the unfortunate, lucky part for you guys is that she was willing to come to you.
Yeah.
And say, I need help, because some parents aren't that lucky.
Yeah. Yeah. Some parents ain't. And, over the course of, her tenure in school, she's had some friends that have lost their battle with their demons. And she sees the struggles that their parents are going through. So definitely, like I said, you have to check on your friends, check on your neighbors, check on your littles, check on anybody in your life that might have or might be suffering from depression. And
I don't know. If you see somebody drawing back, if you see somebody getting quieter, if you know somebody's going through something, whether it's a divorce or, I know, hi Betsy, and I know she just got a phone call of another. She had posted on TikTok, and because she went to Hero Stock, and sorry to bring it up with you watching, but it hit, and she heard Scotty Hastings' song live.
Oh God, I can only imagine.
Yeah, and she had got a call from another friend, and that's the thing is, we talk about somebody like that's music, because I was going to make a joke because we have him at the beginning of the intro, and I love the song and I always sing to it and stuff while we're watching it, but to watch the intensity in his face, how intentional he is with that song. And I had made a comment on Betsy's TikTok earlier, and it made me think about it. And I was like, I feel like I was just this quick little for what I said, because yes, absolutely, Betsy, you were in my prayers. But you think about somebody that's listening to that music, and you know what song we're talking about. And it's something that it's so sad to me that so many people connect to that song. And it's not just a song, it's Scotty's story. He literally told us that was his story from the first time that he went and visited his friend. And it's heartbreaking that so many people relate to it and can feel it. And that should be music that we listen to, and it just makes you sad of the possibility. That's what that should be, not the reality of what people are feeling and going through. And talk about checking on people.
And you have to be ready for that conversation too. I'll pass people and say, hey, how you doing? And then there's other people, I'll pass them, say, hey, how you doing? And I can gauge by their response. And I'm like, nah, man, how you really doing?
Right.
And you have to really have that. You have to ask that next hard question. How are you really doing? And then you have to be ready for that conversation. It could be a 15-minute conversation. It could be a 3-hour to 15-hour conversation. You have to be ready. You have to be ready for it. Because you might save that person's life. So you have to be ready for that conversation. And it's just, this month is where they sell, they bring awareness to it. But you do it 12 months out of the year, 365 days, 24/7.
Absolutely.
We all, as humans, we all have to be vigilant when it comes to protecting our loved ones. And my circle is relatively small of people that are in my inner circle, but my outer circle is huge. And I can't reach out to every one of them, but I try. I like the boys from Triple Threat, or actually, let's just go to the Tots, because I'll in the Tots I'll ask people how they're doing. Our Tip of the Spear group, I ask them how they're doing, and then I reach out. Yeah, and then I reach out to other people, and one person I don't even know if they're watching right now, but one person that I want to reach out to, unfortunately, has said, "Hey, I don't want to talk to anybody at the present moment in time," so I haven't reached back out. I should, but
It's
when,
one. Yeah, that's a hard. That's a real area. But
when he's ready, he'll reach back out to me, and unfortunately, we had to. He disagreed with something that I had to do legally by law. I had to do, and he'll come around. He'll see the end goal, and I'll be here. Like I told him, I always will be here for him. So
and that's the thing is, like you were talking about that small bubble that you have, but that bigger bubble. The thing is that even though you can't reach out to all of them, every single one of them know that you're there. Every single one of them know you're going to answer your phone if they call. And there's something else to be said about that. So there's a very large population out there that knows, and they have David Willis's phone number in their phone, and they know they can call you at any time.
And if you don't have it, message me and I'll give it to you. I mean, I'm an open book. I will usually answer the phone until I'm in deep sleep, which is never. Just to give you a heads up, I'm never in deep sleep. So yeah, my phones are always open. It's always on ring. So if you call me, it's going to ring through. Now, right now, it's not, but I'm sitting here staring at it. I mean, it's literally right there. So if you called me right now, I'd probably message you to say, "Hey, I'll call you right back once we get off the podcast." But no. So suicide and PTS Awareness Month. Yeah, I had a brain fart there for a second. Awareness Month of September. So check on your people, man. Check on your people. I wish Jason Steiner was on here because we would talk about Hero Stock a little bit. They just had the 2-day festival up in Nebraska. I heard it went off.
Betsy was there.
I know Betsy was there.
What are you doing? You want to jump on? We don't have a guest tonight. Come on and chat.
The link is in chat. So if you want to come on and talk about what you got going on in your corner of the world, feel free to jump on. Now, I will tell you, I'm going to preference this. If you're in the Kentuckiana area and you want to talk about a certain legal case that just recently happened, I'm probably going to tell you no. There'll be a big X on that because, unfortunately, I don't know what side people are on. And unfortunately,
it's not about sides. It's just not something that needs to be.
Yeah, it's not something that we're going to try to air out here on national internet, radio, television, whatever you want to call it, on the podcast. We're not going to do that. But no, there's some great events coming up, Candice. I mean, we got November the 9th, we have our 3rd annual Veteran and First Responder Suicide Awareness Concert, which, you know what? I think next year we might try to bring that in September since it's the month.
Yeah.
So that is going to be at the West Banco Amphitheater in Mount Washington, Saturday, November 9th, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We have 12 hours of music.
Oh, there's some amazing musicians that are going to be there.
Our boy Theory and Joey Berserk are going to be our headliners. Oh, look. Miss Betsy Ross.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome.
See, this is how you
Hero Stock.
Your TikTok up there. Betsy needs more followers on TikTok, by the way. Just go find her.
So does HomeFront Sitrep. We need more too on TikTok.
Yeah,
yes, absolutely. I do. Yes, I do.
So how's Hero Stock?
Yeah,
it was fun. They really talked it up from last year, and so I finally made it. I actually can have stories now instead of just hearing the stories. I can actually say, yeah, nice. I remember that. So no, it was very, very fun. It was actually, well, I don't know. I had heard different feedback as far as was it better turnout than last year or not. I kind of heard both sides of it. Friday was the rock night and could have had a little more show up, but being Friday night and then of course being a rough scheduling conflict because Nebraska is all about their sports and it was games, high school, college, you name it, all the weekend. So I know Jason mentioned that he's going to try to schedule more one way or the other to get around those events. But overall, I mean, I had a good time. It was so exciting to finally meet everyone in person. But yeah, it was emotionally roller coaster ride for me personally, but it was overall, it was a great event. It was great to see everyone just laughing, and it honestly, to describe it, was almost like an outdoors version of a barracks party. Like
Nice.
it was I mean people kept their clothes on. It wasn't like that. It was just that it was
Oh,
exciting. You saw the laughter, you saw people who never served with one another. We're all from different branches. We're, different jargon going on. But hey,
wait,
Scott.
well, barracks parties always end up naked?
Not
No,
always.
not always. Not always. But I
was
wanted to
like,
specify because I know some people do have those stories. No, it's not one of those barracks parties. It was, there's a lot of laughing, I mean, people were drinking, but nothing crazy. It
yeah.
wasn't like that. But it was like I said, it was just so cool to watch in person. Because like I said, none of us have really, not everyone had served together. We're all from different branches. They were different jargon. They were still, bashing each other. And it was still just fun. It was just a fun event. You got the music, you got the vendors in the background, you had the children running around. And so it was, it was
kids
fun.
there, Steven. That's why. No, that's
It's a family event. So, but yeah, with alcohol though, you never know what's going to happen.
Oh yeah, you definitely don't know what's going to happen. Hey Scott, so you're going to say hi to Betsy, but not me? God, what's up, buddy? God, I'm hurt. But no. So you spent both days there, and you got to see all the acts that were there. Out of all the music that you heard, what was most impactful? Who was most impactful to you?
I guess, I mean, music wise, it really was probably Scotty Hasty, of course, because of some of his songs. But I've heard them before, and it was like, I've heard this before, but because of the combination of everything in my personal life going on, it was very impactful. But there were other just great artists, and finally being able to meet Die Tired, and then Kimberly Myers. That was actually very impressive. That was very cool. I never heard her sing before, so that was exciting. So it was good to see, the Winchester band play live, and just everyone started dancing when they started singing, and it was great. Everyone just laughed, even if mistakes happened or anything. It was just laughed at and just carried on. It was just so exciting.
Yeah, so I wanted to go to the one in Nashville because I think this year was the first year that they had planned that one, but I forget what came up, and I was unable to make Nashville, which is 2.5 hours from my house. But I'm definitely going to try to make the next one, and we're actually trying to bring Hero Stock into Kentucky next year. And do a 2-day event next year with them, and we're going to plan it not around football season, and so that way we can make sure we got a good turnout. So,
Yes.
So
see, that's why it's like it's not so bad not doing it in September, because September is so crazy with the kickoff and other like suicide awareness things. Like, it's not bad to have it a little bit later, because then you get more of a focus on it. And like you said, like we always say, the awareness should go year round. It should be always. So, let's everything that's focused on in September be focused on, and we just make sure it lasts.
True. Scott, we're doing all right. And Justin just said, Betsy Ross, you're amazing.
She is.
Appreciate it, Justin. It's good to see, just to meet everyone in person, because you can actually see the personality you kind of saw online, just seeing it in person.
Yeah.
It's surreal. That was pretty much the only word I could describe it, was that it was surreal. It was exciting. Not overwhelming. It was exciting.
Was Barbara Sim there? The one from Alaska? Did she make it? No, she didn't make it. I heard she's really good. I've listened to one or two of her songs, and she's a Marine, and I got to support my Marines, but I'm supporting all veterans that are and singer songwriters. So, but yeah, Scotty Hastings, his music. I played "I'm America" at the beginning of the show, and I tend to do that on different episodes. I don't always play that one,
We
but
like
I love it. And then I'm waiting on Scotty Frazier, who's got one, but he doesn't have a video for it yet. So I'm waiting for him to give me a video so I can play it as well. And it's just some of the music out there with these veteran singer songwriters, man, it touches your soul. And Scotty Hastings has the one. How do you choose?
Yes.
That God,
one.
it just rips right through you, because if you ever been in a combat zone and you lost a friend, a brother or a sister, and you got to come home and they didn't, it just rips through you. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that, because it's
hey, leave Betsy alone right now. She's still like, ooh.
Yeah. Well, it was just the combination of it all. I was like, because like I said, I've heard this song before.
Yeah.
It is. I love this song, and I'd heard it before. It was like, okay, he's playing this, and then it wasn't into just hearing the words in person. In person is just, it hits a little different. No matter who's the artist, what song it is, it always hits a little different than listening to it on the radio or anything. So,
well, and you just hit a really rough anniversary, and you got another phone call, didn't you?
Yes, because I mean, 12 years ago, I had received another phone call, and here I am 12 years later, I receive a phone call. But as you saw on my TikTok, I was eating breakfast. And that's what I try to really push through the fight series and such, is that every daily life, it's like, it doesn't take much for us to all of a sudden have like a halting moment. And it's like, wow, you're different. You've changed. What's going on? And sometimes it's just a phone call. Sometimes it's just that reminiscing moment where it's like, I just need a moment, like, because just going through that reminiscing type morning phase. And sometimes it doesn't take long, and sometimes it really depends on what's going on. But I felt like I was just in a conflicting state of mind, because here I am trying to be all positive and happy. I'm at Hero Stock. I've waited 13 months for this. And then it's like, but I'm thinking of Epperson. I'm thinking of just now getting another phone call for Johnson. And then now Scotty Hastings has the audacity to play this very sad, heartfelt song. It was just the combination. It created that storm in me to where I had to just walk away. Yeah. But I was surrounded by people who, I mean, it was a safe place. I was surrounded by veterans, and one even came up to me and said, "Hey, I saw you walk away, and I was going to come find you if you didn't come back." Like, just being around that camaraderie and people who know things, they knew what to look for. And so it was a great event. And that's what Heroes Talk's all about, is getting veterans together and getting them help if they need it. It's there.
Yeah, it definitely probably made you feel safe being around with all the different different branches and all the veterans there. I can only imagine what it's like. Of course, like you waited 13 months to go, and I'm going to be waiting another 13 months to go next year, depending on when they do Nashville again, or we get Kentucky's up and running, which I'm super excited about. I've been in talks with Jason Steiner numerous times, so I can't wait. And get to bring in all these veteran singer songwriters and let them tell their story and introduce them to people that might not know who they are. That's the whole, to me, that's amazing, because for one, you're helping them boost their craft, and, we're supporting them, but yet they're helping other veterans heal at the same time. So
like, you listen to the way he talks about it, like, you are surrounded by, it doesn't matter what branch, it doesn't matter, like, you guys didn't serve together, but you are surrounded by safety. Yeah. Like, no matter what, you're going to be okay. And you have this comfort of being around people that understand. And like, there's something to that too. Just a thought of you guys being able to do that and come together that way.
I agree.
Roll out PT.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, Betsy is amazing. I think the wife ordered a hard copy of your book. So
Yay.
she didn't do the audio book, which I'm upset with because I would do audio book, but we're gonna have to read it when it comes.
She can
in.
read it to you.
Yeah, hey, that's a good idea.
Bedtime story.
Hey, bedtime story. Oh man, no, I love it. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that when we get it. So.
Very
So what events do you have in your area that you might know of in your area that might be coming up for veterans?
Oh gosh, I honestly don't even know of any. We tried to have a vet fest in Lindale, Texas, eons ago, and I actually got to be one of the vendors there. But apparently, that we've had a lot of sponsor issues, and they weren't able to do it. They tried to do it the following year, and it didn't go well. And I know Jason's waiting for to hear back. I guess there's some sort of voting that has to take place as far as a hero stock event in San Antonio. That would be closer than Nebraska, so that would be great. But as far as a veterans event, I don't hear very many. That or it's just the marketing. Maybe it's just the lack of marketing that I don't get. And I've heard that Hero Stock has had that issue in the past and even currently, that people just don't know about Hero Stock or even other organizations. And I'm still learning more about different organizations out there as well. So, I mean, it's just veterans need to just help boost one another, because the plain Jane media we're not going on with this voting and the political stuff going on. We're not in on that. So it's like, we're not as cool, and, we need help. Yes.
Yeah, so
yes,
Scott,
I did notice that.
Nebraska does have a lot of veteran service OGs. And then here in Kentucky, I will tell you, Kentucky has a buttload, and we try to join together as much as possible. Now, there are those select few that, I don't want to work with nobody. I don't want to work with nobody. But for the majority, everybody here in Kentucky likes to work together.
But that's the thing, is like, even when we do our meeting on Wednesdays, like, we learn about ones that we're like, what, why we've never heard of you? Like, and that's like being able to throw some of this out there so people learn about it. Like, that's the purpose. That's why. So
I'm gonna throw out. So I just had a meet and greet with Northwest Battle Buddies. They're up in Washington State. It's a service dog organization. Their average wait time for a veteran to get a dog is 6 months. I think they've done, I think she said 40 dogs to date from the beginning of the year to now. Now they've been around since 2011, so they've been around a really long time. They've given out, and their process is 5 months of training. So the service dog is 5 months of training. The last 5 weeks, they bring veterans in that are getting paired with these dogs, and for 5 weeks, the veteran gets to train with the dogs, which is super cool, because they bring everybody in sight, no cost out of pocket for the veteran, travels paid for, hotels paid for. They have grants and stuff where people will give the veteran cash on site, so they have food money and stuff like that. So we got them scheduled for, I want to say, in October. I'm super, and that's up in Washington. Here in Kentucky, we have Dogs Helping Heroes. Right now, they have no wait list. So if you need a service dog, go to Dogs Helping Heroes and fill out the application online. Dogs Helping Heroes, they use shelter dogs. So they will pair you with a dog that's going to fit you, and not one that somebody says, oh, well, you need this kind of dog. They will actually find a dog that's going to fit your personality. So Dogs Helping Hero is a great organization here in Kentucky. And like I said, they have no waiting list. We have a friend, I don't know if he's on here, I haven't seen him jump on yet, from West Virginia. He reached out to Canines for Warriors, and they told him that he couldn't get a dog until 2025. And this was in 2023.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Oh my gosh.
So he reached out to me offline, and we got him together, and he's got a service dog now, because that's what we do here at HomeFront Sitrep, is we make those connections so we can get everybody help that they need in a timely fashion. Now, not saying nothing wrong with Canines for Warriors, but there's such a big organization that they got so many people going to them. They don't even think about checking on these small grassroots mom and pop service O's. So, but yeah, I love what Jason's doing too. With the Hero Stock Concert Series, and I can't wait to see them get the sponsorship that they need to go to every state. One of the reasons why they didn't come to Kentucky this year is because they didn't have the funding, because they didn't have the sponsorship. Which I told Jason, I said, don't worry about that. I'll work on the funding on my end. If you guys say you're going to come to Kentucky, I'll make sure we have the funding for it. But unfortunately, his board said we can't do it this year, so we're going to do it next year. But yeah, the link is in chat. So if you want to join, if you want to come on and talk about what's going on in your little world, right here is the link. It's up on the screen. You click on it, and we'll bring you up, and you can hang out and chat with Miss Betsy and Candice and I. I'm going to talk about some of the events that we got coming up. So November 9th, we got our 3rd annual Veteran and Suicide Awareness, or Veteran and First Responder Suicide Awareness Concert. Then we have the Veterans Day Parade as well in downtown Louisville. And then let's see.
But don't forget, there's a birthday the day before that.
The Marine Corps birthday. No, that's November.
Well, I don't know what day the parade's on, but it's usually
the parade's on November 9th.
Oh, well, never mind.
So the Marine Corps birthday's the day after.
Yeah, I was gonna say sometimes it depends on what day of the week it falls. But hopefully by then the crowns are still on sale for 25 cents at Walmart, because they are right now. Boxes of crowns are only 25 cents.
Oh, I'm gonna go get me some snacks.
Stock up. We were walking into Walmart earlier, and he thought he saw a crown on the ground, and I was like, "Oh, you got excited! That was dessert, wasn't it?"
Oh man! All right, so here's one: Operation Finally Home 10th annual golf outing, Thursday, September 19th. So that is coming up just right around the corner. That is with David Bellman. So that's up in Minnesota or Wisconsin? Up in Wisconsin. So that's at the Kittle Hills Golf Course off of Holly Hill Road. So if you wanted to go there, support them, go there for that. If you're up in the Wisconsin area, head up that way. Let's see what else. What other events we got? So Saturday, October 5th at 6 p.m. we got the I Got Your Six, Two Lives at Once 4th annual benefit. That's Saturday, October the 5th at 6 p.m. This is an event by Travis Partington from Oscar Mike Radio. That is the Whitman's Knights of Columbus. And that is, let's read. That's in Whitman, Massachusetts. We're excited that our 4th annual fundraiser is up and running. Use the QR code in the lower right hand corner to get your tickets. Tickets are $10 each, and then Eventbrite there, and then on Eventbrite they're $10 each, and then $15 at the door. I know, I'm just telling people what's out there, Julie. God, my wife is on here.
Well, and so speaking of, because I know that you have first responders in the family, Mr. Willis. I know, that's what I was laughing about. Massachusetts.
It is
I don't
Massachusetts.
blame them, though. Like, I don't call it anything any nicer. But like the first responders, so here in Louisville, of course, Support 502 Blue does a comedy show every year, and theirs is on October 5th at 7 p.m. and that is free for first responders. Like, they have some awesome comedic acts. They do food, desserts, like they do the whole shebang. It's a big show for appreciation for the first responders, and so definitely tell your sister-in-law about that, Mr. Willis and her husband.
Yeah, definitely.
An awesome thing.
Hero Stock has a Glow Golf October the 4th, 2024 at 9 p.m. at the Jim Ager Memorial Junior Golf Course. That's Friday, October 4th at 9 p.m. That's late, but I guess it's glow golf.
Hello.
Glow golf.
I can glow during the day.
I know, right? That's like 4 getting smacked in the head with a bright orange glowing ball.
So where is that?
So that's in Lincoln, Nebraska at the Jim Ager Memorial Junior Golf Course. I haven't even played regular golf.
Look, and we thought she was the sheltered one.
Right. Now my wife was on the golf team in high school. So she's definitely a way better shot than I ever would be.
Glow golfing. Try to say that one real quick.
Yeah, right. But yeah, there's all kinds of. I'm trying to spread out where the events are. I get invited to all these different events. I'm like, only if I lived in Nebraska or Washington or wherever, I might be able to go. One of these days, I might be able to just travel.
Yeah, if you guys, I know it's like that would be nice to take a month and just go to all the different events. But if you guys are watching and you have something going on in your area or your organization or something that you know of that's supporting our veterans, like throw it out here. Throw it in the
Betsy, are you still up in Nebraska or are you back home already?
I am actually staying the night in Kansas.
Nice. So tomorrow you're going to be like, I'm not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah.
Have your heels together.
So is Kansas flat, like they say, like nothing but open fields for miles and miles and miles?
Pretty much. I mean, they have some hilly points, but Nebraska is probably more boring than Kansas because my gosh, I've never been to Nebraska, so that was not an exciting drive.
I gotcha. So Scott says we have our Veterans Comedy Show on Friday, September 27 in La Vista, Nebraska, which is just outside of Omaha. Now, is that where is that located? Is it at American Legion Hall? Where are you guys doing it at?
It's starting to sound like Nebraska is where it's at.
See, my youngest daughter wants to move to Omaha. And I'm like, babe, there's nothing in Omaha.
She doesn't know why, but she wants to.
Yeah, she don't know why she wants to move.
There must be something to that. Like, there's something that's calling her there.
My wife and I, we share a brain. So she put that as, she was probably typing that as I was saying it. Hey, Scott, if you want to jump on and talk about that, because I know we got Scott.
Yeah.
I think we got it rucked up for Warriors scheduled. If not, we need to get him scheduled. I know she says we do not. All right, so Justin says Nebraska Brewing Company is where the comedy show is at. Nice. So we've talked about doing a comedy show. There's Brian Roof, my brother Brian Roof.
What about Betsy Ross, Brian?
Yeah,
all the hero stocks coming.
I know, right?
Everyone's just coming on.
They see you, Betsy. That's what it is. I'm at Nebraska.
I was wondering if you. Oh, that's right. You said you were staying through today. That's right. I was wondering if he had gone back home yet.
Well, jump on, Brian. Show us the venue.
Yeah, Brian, jump on and show us. Gosh, it's probably too loud in there. Probably. Was Doc there at Hero Stock? Malachi, yeah. Was Malachi there at Nebraska? No, Doc wasn't there.
Went to that one, but
he plays called what?
The Place. I think he's trying to say The Place.
Oh, it's veteran owned. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Nice. That's probably where Scott is right now with Brian Roof. Yeah, I've been trying to get Scott on the show to talk about Ruck It Up for Warriors forever. And we had him scheduled and something came up on his end and we had to get it rescheduled. And he's been dodging me. I think he don't want to come on the show.
I'm Scott.
But no, so I want to talk. So we are getting ready to go. All right, so Brian said he's a Marine. I'm drinking with the owner and Steiner and Groove and Tom. Groove and Tom is awesome. I had him on the show. He runs the cyber chapter for Guitars for Vets through Cav Arts, Candice. He's the one that introduced me to Megan and the team. Groove and Tom did. So
See, Brian, you should just have them like mirror image your phone up onto one of the TVs there, and you guys can all watch the podcast.
yeah, tell them put it on there. I would love that. And then but you know what? We get all these people on there trying to talk to Betsy.
It's okay. Let them talk to Betsy.
Nah.
She's not in Nebraska anymore. It's okay.
Yeah, she's not in Nebraska no more. All right, Miss Candice, what other events do we have coming up for veterans?
Brian said put the link in there. I don't know. I feel like we just had some really big ones, and like it's all holiday stuff coming up. Like I talked about before we jumped on, like Toys for Tots is getting ready to really.
Oh, that's another one.
That's a huge thing here, and I know it's a huge thing everywhere. But I know that our Marine Corps League here has a really amazing leadership that do. Oh,
so to start off the Toys for Tots drive, we have the Bikes or Bust, which will go on at 2 locations. You got the UAW Hall 862 in Louisville, and then across the river, I forget the car dealership, but in partnership with Q103, which is a radio station, country music, they do Bikes or Bust every year. And people go donate bikes, and then it is distributed between the Marine Corps League and also the Salvation Army. So that's super cool. And then in December, we have the Boxes of Love, which is through Metro United Way. The first 500 boxes go to veteran families. That is to help feed a family of between 4 to 6, which is super cool. And then of course you got the Marine Corps League, the bike run.
Yeah.
What's up, big dog?
Y'all made it.
Hey.
What's up, brother?
What's going on?
Hey, I know that guy.
Here, I'm gonna put him on full screen. Hold on.
He's got
I'm
his
gonna
own
go- I'm
brewery.
We're back here in the brewery, man.
Nice.
Very cool.
Nice.
Hanging out with a Marine.
Semper Fi.
Yeah.
I don't see any coloring books.
Show him that.
There it is, right there.
I love it. Love it.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to say hi. Betsy, it was a great time getting to meet Betsy. You guys missed out on an amazing event. You definitely got to make your way out here. It is something you'll walk away from feeling great.
Well, definitely next year when we have it in Kentucky, we need all you guys to come to Kentucky for sure.
Absolutely.
So, and we'll throw a big old party.
Hell yeah. Well, I just wanted to drop in real quick, say what up.
Well, thank you for jumping on, my friend. We'll holler at you soon.
Hell yeah. We'll see you guys. Stay safe.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Julie said, I want to go to Nebraska. Do you really? Like, I don't feel like I ever thought that's something that she would say. Like, if there was a Hero Stock in Florida, she'd be like, yes, let's go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But Nebraska, she's like, I want to go. You, huh? I'm confused. What if
wants
she
to go-
loves it there? And then you can actually move out to Montana.
Hey, that's a good idea.
That's a test right there. Take her
What
in
about
Nebraska.
northern Texas? I wonder if she'll go for northern Texas.
That's close to Florida. Closer.
Not really. Not really. How long did you say, Betsy, it took you to get from one part of Texas to another part of Texas? Was it like
It's about
13 hours?
hours.
Hey,
That's
it just,
about
if you look at a map, it's closer to Florida, Willis. I'm trying to help you, dummy.
It's still about 9-10 hours for me
Yeah.
to get to Florida.
But it's closer to Florida than Montana is.
Oh yeah, yes.
So
Definitely.
sometimes, like, just put foot in the mouth.
But I want to go where it's cold.
Jeez, no. Wait, Betsy, was Nebraska warm?
It is at this time. I mean, in the mornings it's cooler. I think, than down in Texas. But I mean, it was actually decent weather.
Julie wants
This time of
beaches
year.
and warmth. I think like Nebraska is so far from a beach. Like,
But see, in Nebraska, though, I might be able to make her a beach. Like dig out a big pond and make her a beach.
You might.
you need a lot of land to make it look like that because you're going to have to cover it. It's going to be a really long pond. And it's
True.
got to go out a little bit. Like it's going to look like a couple Olympic pools. No.
Dang it, Betsy! I'm trying to get out west. She wants to move down south to Florida, and I don't want to move down there with a bunch of little. Well, I can't use that word. What's the politically correct word I'm looking for? I don't know the politically
It
correct word.
depends on which ones that you're talking about.
The
'Cause I feel
mentally
like there's-
challenged libtards.
You
That's
like
the word.
hurricanes? Oh,
I don't like
Yeah.
hurricanes. I've been through several hurricanes, and I don't like them. So
But life is a hurricane. Well, no, we don't want more.
tornadoes are scary enough. I don't need hurricanes.
yeah, we get plenty of tornadoes here. We don't need no hurricanes.
Well, that's what you got to worry about in Nebraska too, is those tornadoes.
Yeah, Nebraska, Kansas, all the tornado alley. Yeah, Texas is real bad with them too.
So I was thinking about the other thing that's coming up because HomeFront becomes a part of this as well, where James and I guess does he do that under Warrior Rounds with the Christmas thing?
You talking about Operation Veteran Santa?
Yeah, because how many counties are we covering this year?
Six counties this year.
And how many families from each county?
Two per county.
So 12 families for Christmas. That we are still looking for. Hi, Misfit Nation, whichever one of you that is.
That's Rich LaMonica.
Hi, Rich. So we are still looking for families from some of these counties that if you know of a family that needs help for them and the kids, or if it's just, we're looking for veteran families, correct? That is how.
Yes. Veterans and first responders, I believe. So last year we did Operation Veteran Santa. We had one veteran family that we found. This year we have opened it up to 2 families per county, and we're doing the counties that surround Bullitt County. So I think it's 6 counties in total, I believe. So 12 families this year, and then hopefully next year it will get bigger. We've got some sponsors that came in. We got some sponsors that came in that is going to help pay for some of these toys. And then last year, we had a lot of people that donated. The Marine Corps League donated a bunch of toys with the toys from Tots. We had a bunch of local people donate food and money and other toys, and we were able to get these kids. So it was 4 kids plus the adults, and they had a really, really great Christmas. So this year we're looking to go a little bit bigger, and then next year we're planning on going hopefully a lot bigger. All right, Betsy, you got a question. My question to you is, was Hoke a great enough memory that you're coming back to Nebraska next year?
I'm already waiting. I just need the dates, and I assume it's the same location since that's what everyone seemed to say, that they really like this location, and the location's all about supporting Hero Stock and what they're doing. Mm-hmm. So if so, at least I'll know what to expect as far as finding it, because it's out in the middle of nowhere.
Nice. Nice.
So it was nice. But yeah, I would definitely be in Nebraska again if that's where they're going to have it.
Betsy and I are going to Nebraska. So my wife is going to Nebraska with you.
She's leaving you at home.
Let's do it.
She's leaving me at home.
She might take low.
That's messed up, bro.
Friendly, Julie. It is like family oriented. You can take low and tell her, like, here's your Omaha.
Yeah, you get to meet all the great people out there, Julie, depending on which artist shows up. But no, I can't wait to have it here in Kentucky, Hero Stock here. I just got to get back with Jason and plan some dates. I don't want to do it when it's super hot, but I don't want to do it when it's cold either. So I'm thinking maybe
October.
Yeah, probably October, probably. but then you got to compete with football too. Somebody have to be on a bye week when Kentucky and Louisville
Yeah.
both have a bye week.
I was gonna say, I feel like you're not battling it as much as you are in September.
Yeah, probably.
That's when like it's everything's just getting started. People are crazy. Oh well,
Yeah.
Julie said if you move to Florida, it's warm. And yeah, saying Tiny Willis definitely want
It just depends on your venue, because if it's super cold, you probably won't have good turnout on the civilian side.
Yeah,
especially if it's a children's event, like we have bouncy houses.
And it also depends on what you have available for the children. So we're planning on doing it at the Bullitt County Fairgrounds, which has an indoor and outdoor venue. So
Very cool.
Look what do you see what Mike says, Candice?
I don't know what you're talking about. Leaving me home for nothing.
She's about to whoop him.
I am like he's like 20 feet away from me. I'm getting ready to go to.
Oh man.
I feel like we can have a February event if we live in Florida.
We could have a February event if we lived in Florida. Because it gets cold at nighttime in Florida down there in February. So we could we'll figure that out in a few years from now when we move to Florida, because I know that's where we're going to end up, even though I don't want to go.
It's cold in February. She's Floridians. So we should.
Also, hey, I want to give a shout out to Yogi from Milda Vet. Today is his birthday. If you're friends with Yogi on Facebook or LinkedIn, wherever, wish him a happy birthday. If you haven't, you can also go to mildavet.com and or their Facebook page and wish him a happy birthday on there as well. So go wish him a birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. I will. We'll have a much better trip out there. But now nobody's, okay. Yeah, whatever. I'm going with Misfit.
You're going with Misfit? You're going with the Rich? Yep. And then, so I also want to say October 3rd is going to be Homefront's first day on Reese Across America Radio. We have the 11 p.m. Eastern slot. So if you're out in the West Coast, adjust your time slot accordingly. But I'm going to play this little promo video real quick.
Did you know you could use your little sound bar and hook it up to your phone to go live?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just looking at the manual.
Yeah.
Oh, I like my microphone. Michael set my microphone up, and so we got on early today to test it. But me and my non-headphone person, like, you have to have headphones to use it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
so the link for the live reachaccrossamerica.org/radio is the live. So you can go to that link there, and you can listen to all the shows that they have on Reese Across America Radio. Now, the good thing about Reese Across America is whenever you buy a wreath to put on a memorial or veteran's grave, 5% of that goes to a nonprofit. Or $5 from each wreath. Each sale goes to a nonprofit. I think the first year we're going to pick Dogs Helping Heroes for Homefront Sitrep, because we're a partner with Reach Across America. So anytime and I'll have the link for that once everything's set up and ready to go. And then I think next year we're going to do Mission 6, which is Candice's organization next year. And I'm hoping they might let me split it up and do it a couple of times, maybe. I don't know. That way we can do, maybe 2 a year. But $5. So let's say the wreath is $17. $5 of that $17 goes to a nonprofit. So Yeah, definitely. I'm excited about that partnership, and I can't wait to see where Homefront Sitrep goes. Branches out from there with all these different partnerships and stuff like that. If you haven't checked out Miss Betsy Ross's book, you can go to her. Is it BetsyRoss.com?
Fightwithbetsyross.com.
Yeah, fightwithbetsyross.com, and you can order her book on there. It's very intense. I've talked to several people that have read her book, and they said it's very, very intense. I wish Sam Deeds was on here still, because he listened to your book going to North Carolina, and he said, "Holy cow." He said he couldn't wait to listen to the next few books, because I think he's listened to the first two, and then he was getting ready to start the third book on this trip that he was going on this weekend. So,
Yeah, and like everybody's saying it's intense, but they're so happy they found it. Like it's a really good experience for them. I'm almost going to compare it to the way that you describe your hero stuck. Like it's intense. It's a roller coaster, but you're glad you did it. And
Yes. That's actually very exciting to hear, because I mean, even though it's kind of a taboo topic, it's a bunch of things. It's going to hit people differently, regardless of what type of experience you had in the military. If you've never served, you just know veterans. It's a bunch. It's a lot in one. And that's why I love hearing how other people talk about, because I can talk about it all day long, but other people, just hearing how they are taking it, I guess, and how it affected them personally, or how they view everything in life.
yeah,
That has really made me found peace in a little bit, because a lot of that was my own personal journey when I got out of the military. So to feel that I couldn't be heard, that I felt like I would never be found, that I would never be accepted for who I was, to hear all these reviews and these compliments, or these just perspectives of the fight series, it makes me feel like, okay, I'm not as crazy. I really am not alone. That's not just a phrase that people say. I really am not alone. People really do understand these emotions. And it's just that alone has really helped me overcome my own personal trauma, I guess. The dark side that I was having to endure, that I felt like I was by myself.
yeah,
Yeah, and I love that you say that you're finally realizing that you're not alone, because there's a lot of veterans out there that feel like they are alone, and they're not. And that's kind of what we do with the podcast, is try to let everybody know that they're not alone. And I love, after we had you on, you started posting your updates of how many books you've sold and stuff like that. I like watching that number keep growing,
no,
because for me, that's we did our mission by having you on and helping spread your word, and your book series out there. And I can't wait to see uh, what you do next with your next book, because you're already working on your next book. I can't wait to see your next book, and then the series after that, because I know you're going to keep writing. Because
Probably.
writing for you is your form of healing. It's like outdoor therapy for me. Writing for you is your therapy, because sometimes it's harder to express your emotions verbally, so it's easier to write them down on paper. So I can't wait to see your journey and to see where you go from here. So one of these days you're going to be a best-selling author, and I can't wait.
I appreciate that.
Well, you're very welcome. And speaking of another good author, Mr. Frank DeMith, who wrote of Vital Interest, which is back there. I was going to grab it, but it's too far back. He just sent his second book off to the publisher. Yep, there it is, right there behind Candice. Frank, when is your book going to be released? Your new book? See when, because I know he just said it got sent off to the publisher.
I'm gonna say I didn't know how far we were going.
What on what?
Yeah.
How far we were going? What? We got 15 minutes. 90 minutes.
Oh, I thought. Never mind.
Well, so they prefer 60-minute shows.
That's where I was confused.
Yes, they prefer for Reese Across America. They do prefer 60-minute shows, but since we're the 11:30, the 11 o'clock show, they said they can make up that extra half hour. And Frank says it's with the publisher now, waiting to hear. Awesome.
We can't wait to hear that it's out and done.
Yep. You know what, Miss Betsy, do you like rap music?
I listen to all genres.
Okay, so this is a Marine Corps veteran. I'm gonna play a song of his for you. Let's do, Candice, should we do his latest or should we do a different one?
I love his latest.
Okay, so this
I
might
love all of his, but I really love it.
right. So this might resonate with you too, Miss Betsy, because you're an influencer on TikTok and you're an author. So this might touch base with you a little bit too as well. So his name is Theory. So Candice, if you can type his name and maybe possibly a link to him, throw it in chat. So it's TH30RY. And then this is his latest song. So I'm going to play it real quick.
But I don't really even know what I've been trying to prove. It feels like I've been falling from grace.
Yeah. Can't seem to escape this fate. Try pleasing the masses just to be told that my music ain't even great. It's way below average, people so cold, and how many followers you get defining success. It's crazy to think how I do what I love for a living, but somehow I still don't feel blessed. Ain't get enough views on that clip that I posted a week ago. Goddamn, must mean that I suck. Meanwhile, the video trending right now is a girl on the gram saying she down to get fucked. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, I'm posting my content, crossing my fingers for luck, and hoping they playing my songs, but hundreds of streams will still only get you $1. So how in the hell do I win? Do I change who I am? Do I put out an album by selling drugs, fucking bitches, foreign cars, all the riches, gang, Glocks or switches? Maybe they'll love it and I can go viral, but is the fame worth it if I'm losing myself in the process, forcing my heart and my head in a downward spiral?
I feel like I've been losing myself for far too long. Far too long. Far too long. I don't really even know what I've been trying to do. It seems like I've been floating away. You love me, then you love me not. These feelings gon' put me in the grave, but I don't really even know what I've been trying to prove. It feels like I've been falling from grace. I won't lose myself just to prove myself to the people that don't want me to change.
But I gotta adapt, the old way don't work no more, so I gotta change up the grind before I get left behind. I'm already midway to 40 and worried I'll never be hitting my prime. You tell me to always stay true to myself, but then when I do it, I'm wasting my time. Just give me a sign. I don't wanna change, don't wanna conform, but I know I gotta do something and soon, cause then if I don't, I'm breaking the norm. And fuck social media, all of that hatred been bringing me down. I go to perform and post up a reel to show how I did, then get all these messages about how I'm corny. Nobody does that, you should just stop. Put out the song, I bet you it flops. Hang up the mic, your flow is too basic, no wonder your Spotify listeners dropped. This is the shit that I get for pursuing my passion, thinking one day I'ma pop, and maybe I might, but all that I know is I'm gonna continue to rise to the top. I ain't losing myself.
I don't really even know what I've been trying to do. It seems like I've been floating away. You love me, then you love me not. These feelings gon' put me in the grave, but I don't really even know what I've been trying to prove. It feels like I've been falling from grace. I won't lose myself just to prove myself to the people that don't want me to change. I don't really even know what I've been trying to do. It seems like I've been floating away. You love me, then you
First impression, Miss Betsy.
I think that the lyrics are very relatable for a lot of people who are genuine and really genuinely believe in whatever mission that they're in. They do ask those exact questions. You know, how far do I go before I lose myself? Like, how far am I willing to go as far as the sacrifices that I'll have to make before the quality of what they're doing goes away?
Yeah.
I struggle with that, especially on TikTok, because TikTok I heard was great for authors, and I tried it, and then I saw what other people were doing, and I'm like, if I have to do that,
I'm good.
I'm good. That's not what fight is. And politics especially ruins everything. And I refuse to talk about politics, except to say I don't talk about it. But it's because politics divides. And then, but it's just what drives people. They're looking for the gossip. They're looking for, you know, whose side are you on? You pro gun, you pro trans, you're pro and whatever. And it's like, I'm just here so people understand that there are a lot of people struggling right now beyond caring what any of you people are talking about.
Amen. Yeah, I'm right there with you. When I first heard that song, I heard it in that one wasn't live. We didn't hear that one live, but when he first sent it to me and I listened to it, I was like, dude, I can relate to that, because doing a podcast, I have a certain set of morals when it comes to things that I do on the podcast. And the way I look at it, if you like me, you like me. If you don't like me, oh well, I don't care. You know, if you don't want to be somebody that follows me, then that's on you. Because I'm going to be me until the day I die. So I'm not going to change. And his lyrics, you know, talking about, do I change or do I stay myself? And you know, a lot of people out there are like, well, why don't you pay for advertisement? I'm like, I don't want to pay for advertisement. If word of mouth is enough for me, then that should be fine. Because if you look at when HomeFront first started, you know, we had 2 or 3 people that would listen, that would come on and watch. And now that we've been doing it for a year and a half, not paid one dime for advertisement, it's all word of mouth. And now we got all these people that come on here and watch the show religiously. And it's just like, that's what it's about, because it's organic. And it means the people that are watching the show care. And that's what I love about it. And I'm not going to change that. I'm not going to change that. That's not what I'm going to do. And if I lose people because I don't change, then I lose people. Because there's always another veteran in the corner that'll wind up seeing our show. I don't post content like a lot of people go out there and post reels and stuff like that. I don't. I should, but I don't.
Now and then, if there was something funny and you caught it, but like, yeah, it's not for the advertisement.
Yeah, that's not that for me. This is my healing. This is my therapy. It doesn't, you know, get rid of my demons, but it helps minimize them. And that's why I do the podcast. It's not to get famous. It's not to get rich. It's my demons that creep in, and then my fear of missing that one brother or that one sister that succumbed to their demons. That's why I do this podcast.
But you know what else you've realized through this podcast?
What?
You ain't alone.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm not alone, and I know there's a lot of people out there that are just like me out there. So, but yeah, no, it's one of those things, Candice, Miss Betsy. It's one of those things. So, but it's about that time. We're going to have to cut it short because 90 minutes is coming right around the corner. Miss Betsy, I want to tell you safe travels back home to Northern Texas. Did your husband go with you and your kiddos go with you, or just you?
Nah, just me.
Okay, well, you need to get back home to your kiddos and your husband safely.
She's a grown woman. Don't tell her what she needs to do.
Safely, because I know they're probably missing Mama at the present moment in time.
Thank you so much for coming on tonight. Like,
thanks for inviting me.
Willis is the same thing. Like, anytime, like, you ever want to join us, like, hop on.
Yeah, anytime you want to just jump on, just shoot me a message, say, hey, I want to jump on. And Frank is right. Finding a purpose is key. I would agree. Frank, 100%. But yes, Miss Betsy, anytime that you want to jump on, talk about anything, feel free to shoot me a message. Say, hey, I want to jump on your show, and we will gladly have you on anytime. So, and if there's anything that we can do to support you in the future, let me know.
Thank you. I do
Thank
appreciate
you.
y'all.
You're very, very welcome. Bye, Miss Betsy.
Bye.
That was super cool.
I love it.
Frank says, best of luck with your writing. God bless you and your family, Miss Betsy. Hopefully you're still listening out there. But it's about that time, Miss Candice. I know it's 8:24. I want to play this commercial by itself because it is that time of the year, PTS and suicide awareness, to let people know to talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors, talk to your littles. You have to make sure everybody is okay. Yeah, so definitely check on your people, because I've said everything that's on that board, even though I know I'm tore up inside. I've said everything that's on that board.
You know, we always talk about checking on your people, but if it's you, find somebody. Find somebody you think you can talk to, even if it's not a somebody. Like, talk to your dog, sing it out in the shower, bake it out, clean it out. Like, find something that's going to take you out of that. Well, walk outside and just breathe in that air.
Yep, definitely.
And know you're not by yourself. There's so many places and things to reach out to. And
Definitely.
you know, the 988 has so many different options now. It's not just a phone call. You can live chat with them. You can text with them and stay completely anonymous. But
And then if you're a veteran, I'm 988 *1. Like Candace said, you can go online, you can chat with them online, you can text them. If you're not a veteran, you're a family member of a veteran, 988 *1, they'll talk to you as well. And if you're just a regular civilian, no military ties, you can actually call 988, just 988, and talk to them as well. And then if you're a veteran out there and you have filed your disability and you got questions about it, or if you want a second opinion, Homefront Sitrep has a segment called #AskMonica. Monica Sanford, SANFORD, is a nurse practitioner down in the state of Florida. She has her own podcast called The Monica Sanford Show. She's married to a lieutenant colonel, retired United States Marine Corps. They've been married 35 plus years. She is a partner with us. You can email her at askmonica0@gmail.com. That's askmonica0@gmail.com. I'm going to play that real quick.
Music. I always laugh. I'm like, ooh, I want to do something.
Yeah, I know. I love that music. It's got a good little beat to it, and it's just real peppy. It just picks you up. But anywho, Miss Candice, it's that time of the night. Roll us out.
Like we always say, stay safe out there. We got your six.
We got your six. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed this show.
Suggestions and comments are always welcome.
Cannot wait to have another great show with y'all.
Don't forget you can find HomeFront Sitrep on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Stay safe out there. I got your 6.